The moment she drew her hand free from mine, something inside me went silent. There was no drama, no raised voices, no awkward pause on a staircase, just a small, deliberate gesture that only I seemed to notice. We were standing under the soft golden glow of a crowded ballroom, music spilling from the speakers, laughter ricocheting around the room. And yet, when Sarah met my eyes with that faraway coolness and took a subtle step back, something in me finally cracked. For 6 years, I had stood beside her. Through overnight hospital shifts, endless on-call hours, the withdrawn silences she blamed on fatigue. Believed everything she told me. I never questioned her. But that evening at her coworker's engagement party, I learned that quiet moments can expose truths that words never will. We had arrived holding hands. She looked stunning, her navy dress catching the light, her hair cascading softly over her shoulders. Heads turned as she passed. Smiles followed her. She had that natural pull people gravitated toward, and I was proud to be the man standing next to her, or at least I thought I was. About half an hour later, I went to grab us drinks. When I came back, she was by the balcony with a man, tall, confident, his hand resting far too easily at the small of her back. I stopped cold. "Who's that?" I asked Mark, one of her co-workers nearby. Mark looked over. "Oh, that's Dr. Lane. He and Sarah go way back. You didn't know?" "I didn't," I said, my throat tightening. As I walked toward them, she turned, her smile snapping into place too quickly. "Oh, hey, you're back," she said, overly bright. Dr. Lane faced me and extended his hand. "You must be Daniel, Sarah's husband." The way he said it, neither warm nor curious, not even amused, hit me immediately. Still, I shook his hand. His grip lingered just a second too long. I tried to dismiss it, told myself not to assume the worst. People touch, laugh, stand close at parties. But the way she looked at him, the softness in her eyes, wasn't how a woman looks at a mere colleague. Later, when the tempo slowed and couples filtered onto the dance floor, I reached for her hand. "Dance with me," I said, quietly. She hesitated. "I'm not really in the mood. Maybe later. Just one song," I urged gently. That's when it happened. She pulled her hand away, sharp, irritated, and snapped, "Daniel, stop. You're making a scene." A few people glanced over. That was all. Took a small public rejection, not a shove, but it landed like a punch to my chest. I stepped back, forced a smile, pretended it didn't hurt. Inside, I was on fire. The drive home felt suffocating. City lights slid across her reflection in the window. "You were really quiet tonight," she said at last, still staring outside. "Was I?" I answered evenly. "You were. If something's wrong, just say it." I looked at her. "Should I? Would you even hear me?" She frowned. "What's that supposed to mean?" My grip tightened on the steering wheel. "I saw how you looked at him," she sighed, exhausted. "Oh God, not this again. You're imagining things, Daniel. Then tell me I'm wrong." She didn't. Not right away. She just kept watching the road, the passing lights fracturing across her face like cracks in glass. When we got home, she went straight to the bedroom without a word. I didn't sleep. Around 1 a.m., I walked to her side of the room. Her phone lay on the nightstand, lighting up every few minutes. "Can't sleep either," one message read, before disappearing. The contact name was short. My stomach clenched. I knew it was wrong, but I unlocked the phone. The passcode was unchanged. The messages went back months, innocent. At first, undeniable. Later, "You looked incredible today. Wish you were here instead of with him. Tomorrow night, same place." Her replies followed. "We shouldn't, but I can't stop thinking about you." Either. I didn't read further. I didn't need to. My hand shook so badly I nearly dropped the phone. When she shifted in her sleep, I placed it back carefully. She rolled over, murmuring something softly. I stood there, staring at the woman I had built my life around, the same woman who cried on our wedding night because she couldn't believe how lucky she was. Morning arrived slowly. The air between us was thick like the pause before a storm. She came into the kitchen tying her hair, acting as if nothing was wrong. "I'm heading out early today," she said. I set my coffee down. "Sarah," I said, quietly, "we need to talk." She stopped and sighed. "About what?" "About him." Her eyes snapped up. "You went through my phone." "I did," I said, "and I'm not sorry." She looked away, her jaw tightening. Then you already know.
No denial.
No, panic. Just flat, icy honesty. How long? 3 months, she whispered. It just happened. I laughed bitterly. Things like that don't just happen. You chose it. Her eyes filled. I never meant to hurt you, but you did. She stepped closer, voice trembling. Daniel, please, I still love you. Was a mistake. I felt alone. We hardly talked anymore. You were so distant. I wanted to tell her she was the one who pulled away first, that I had tried again and again to reach her. But what? Would it change? Somewhere along the way we stopped being us. I looked at her, the woman who once made mornings feel like beginnings, and knew I couldn't keep pretending. I'm done, I said. She stared at me. What? I'm ending this. The marriage. Can't live like none of this happened. Tears streamed down her face, her hands shaking. Daniel, please. No, I said softly. You pushed me away. Last night, I just finally realized. You've been doing it for months. The rest of the day blurred together. She packed a small bag and left for her sister's place. I sat alone in the living room, wrapped in a silence that felt alive. Her perfume still hung in the air. A honeymoon photo rested on the shelf, too. People smiling, promising forever. I thought about deleting her number, throwing away every reminder. But I didn't, not yet, because part of me still loved her. And maybe that was the cruelest part of all, loving someone who had already stopped choosing you. That night, I stepped onto the balcony, the same one where I'd watched her with him. The city stretched out below, bright and indifferent. I slid my wedding ring off and placed it on the railing, caught the streetlight once, before disappearing into the dark. Stood there, breathing in the cold air, letting the truth sink in. Sometimes love doesn't end in chaos. Sometimes it fades quietly, one person drifting away, the other finally letting go. And that's exactly what I did the next